Hey y'all, welcome back. We're gonna be doing a partial quick weave, a partial sew in this video. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. Let's get started. This is my beautiful client, Miss Rhonda. Today we are going to be styling her, starting off with her braid. We're just going to do a straight back or down braids. Once after braiding, I just have one little tail at the end, so I'm using my thread needle and I'm sewing that tail braid down just so the hair is nice and flat in the back. Alright, so Miss Rhonda have very thin edges and she likes her sew-ins, but I have been doing this method to preserve her edges and prevent her from having tight sew-ins on her edges and keep her edges from falling out from the sewing if it's too tight. So what I've been doing is doing a partial quick weave in the front, and then I am doing or sew in the back. It's crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but this is the method she wants to use, and this is what we have been using. I could do a full glue on or quick weave. We have tried that. She doesn't like the full liquid cap up all over her hair. She doesn't like it. She says her hair feels hard and she doesn't like the feeling of it. But she doesn't have too much edges to hold the sew in the front. And I want to preserve her edges in the front. The little edges that she has, I want to preserve them in the front. So this is a method that I've been doing that has been working for her. So what I do is apply the liquid cap on top of our entire front section. This helps her to have a closure install, and it helps protect her edges from the sew-in, and it helps makes the hair fuller and thicker in the front once I do this method. So this is a partial glue on and a partial sew-in method. This is the method I've been using for her, and it has been working. And also for the back section, she has a very short nip area. You can see how far the hair stops, and she likes her hair fuller. So to keep the hair fuller, also because I don't have too much hair to braid back there, I usually apply the liquid cap too. And this liquid cap is very safe on any hair or edges. This is what most hairstylists use for quick weaves and glue on to protect the client's hair from the glue. This is pure liquid. It dries up clear and hard, and it serves as a barrier to the client's hair and a barrier to the glue. So the glue do not mess up the client's hair. And it's easy, very easy to wash off. All you have to do is wet your whole hair, either get in the shower or put your hair on the sink and get your hair wet and massage it through, and it slides right off. It's a very easy method, very protective method from any glue and any hairstyle. Trust and believe me, I've been using this method on my clients now, and it has been working for me. So this is something that I trust that works. You just have to know what you're doing and how to apply it. Now, once I apply the liquid cap underneath, I do go ahead and put a stocking cap over it. And then I go in with my brush just to make sure that the stocking cap is more secure and every part of her hairline is covered with the liquid cap. So I do take a little bit more and I go over the stockings just to make sure everything is covered and everything is nice and secure. Next, I'm just taking my thread needle and I'm going to sew around the center part of the cap where we are going to be doing the sewing. This is her entire center of her hair. She do not want the glue on there. She doesn't like the liquid cap, the way it feels after it dries because it gets hard. She likes it to feel like a sewing. So we're gonna do this part where she have thick natural hair that can hold. We're gonna do our sewing there, and then we will do the glue on the spots that I have put the liquid cap on. Once I have the stocking cap, this is my base and everything is intact. Now we are going to start to blow dry it. Sometimes if I have the time, I will put her under the dryer, or I would just use a handheld dryer and try to get the liquid cap to get dry. The liquid cap doesn't really take that long to get dry. It just needs a little bit of time to get dry, and it gets dry faster if she sits under a hood dryer. But today I had a little bit of time, so I just went ahead and used the hand dryer. Next, I'm just taking my pair of scissors after the liquid cap is completely dry. I'm taking my pair of scissors and I'm going to cut off all the extra stockings because we do not need the extra stockings hanging over her forehead like that. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the stockings from the front and in the back as well. And now you guys can see my base. She has her spots for her glue that will help make her hair look fuller and be able to apply her closure. And she has her part for her sewing. She has the both best of both worlds. And this is the reason why I use the 10 stockings because she wants a closure. So I am using a foundation that matches her skin to apply to the 10 stockings on the top. So we can do this closure that it blends with her skin naturally. We are using 3 bundles, 14, 12, and 10 inches of water wave, natural wave bundle hair. And this is the closure. This is how it looks. I did bleach the knots on the closure and I did add a foundation. And this is how it is looking. Now I'm going to go ahead and start to apply the closure. I will leave the links for the hair in the description box. Next, we are using some alcohol and cotton. I'm just cleaning her forehead just to prep her forehead for the glue. I am using my Ghost Bond glue and I'm going to measure the closure first and make sure I know where to stop the glue in front of her forehead. Next, I'm going to start to apply the glue and I'm going to do about 3 layers and I'm going to let it get dry, clear. After the third layer is cleared, then I will go ahead and apply the closure to on top of the glue. Once I have the front part glued down with the Ghost Bond glue, then I'm taking the regular hair glue and I'm going to apply the hair glue to the perimeters of the closure and I'm going to stick it down on the stocking cap. This just makes the closure stay secure And like I said, this is a partial quick weave in the front, so this will keep the closure in place in the front. After putting the regular glue down, I'm just going to use my elastic band and tie the closure in the front so that the glue melts down. Alright, y'all, so after tying it down and the closure is nice and flat in the front, you can see it looking good already. It's time to start to put these bundles on her head, okay? So we're gonna start off with the back. And we are starting with the 10-inch bundle because we have 10-inch, 12-inch, and 14-inch. So with the 10-inch bundle, that part right there is where I'm going to start off with the glue, because remember we applied the liquid cap in the back to help this part stays fuller, and make her have more body to the hair, because her sewing and her natural hair is only limited. So I went ahead and started to apply the glue to the tracks and applied them to the back section only. And now for her sides and the middle part, you can see I am using the regular hair glue and I'm just applying it to where I stop the liquid cap. And I'm taking my thread and my needle and I'm sewing the rest of the track on. I am only applying the glue on the liquid cap. This is my client's choice. Every client has their own needs, and this is what she chooses that she wants. I have done a full glue on quick weave on her hair, and she do not like it. She wants her sewing, but her hairline and the back of her hair is limited to the sewing. So this give her more options. Okay, and I really love this method. And as you can see, as I apply the glue and I apply the tracks, I am doubling the tracks and I'm asking her to hold the edges as I start to sew in, just to make sure that it does not lift up until the glue's dry, and it helps the double track stays in place as I sew going around her entire hair head. And this is how I do this partial quick weave glue on and partial sew in done. This is a method that works for this particular client. Not everybody will like it. Not everybody will want it. Some people will feel like it's too much work to be done. It's double work to be done. Whatever it is, this is how it works for her, and this is how she likes it done. This option gave her option to secure her edges and get the variety to have more hair added to her front hair, and to have the options of wearing a closures and have her hair fuller without stuffing all the sewing on one side of her hair, just to get a full hair done, and she doesn't have any extra space because her hair is limited to grab on for a sewing. So this particular method worked for this person. And now that we at the end, I'm just going to apply just glue around the closure part and then secure one track around the closure to complete this partial sew in and partial quick weave hairstyle. All right, so after applying all the tracks in, okay, this is how fuller her hair looks. It looks really nice. I am going to cut off the extra lace in the front, and then we're going to get to styling this hair. She wants a middle part, so I am giving her a middle part. But as you can see, we have to pluck out that part to open it up and give this hair a little bit more natural look. So I went in with my tweezer and I plucked out the part and pluck out the baby hair, and then cut off the baby hair to finish up the styling. Once I tied the baby hair down, I went in with some Nairobi mousse to hydrate the curls. You can see the curls are frizzy from plugging it out. So I wanted to hydrate the curls and bring the curls back to life. So I went in with some Nairobi mousse and I just apply it all over the hair. And you can see that those curls pop right back. After that, once I hydrated the curls, I just took my pair of scissors and I chip off the ends, chipping off the ends of the hair. She wanted a bob style. This helped give her that bob style look. Plus, once you chip off the ends, it gives the hair more volume on the top. A add a little bit more layers to the hair so the curly hair doesn't just look flat and blunt. So it's definitely a good thing to chip off your ends on your curly hair. It just adds that little oomph to the hair. After that, after cutting all the ends of the entire hair, this is how the finished look of this partial sew in, partial quick weave glue on looks. And you can see how bouncy these curls are. You can see how happy my client looks, and this is the results she always gave me at the end of her section every time I style her and do her hair, because this is what she asked for. Like I said, this particular method worked for her. It might not work for everybody. Not everybody will like it, but this method worked for her. And I absolutely love the results. She ends up being happy. And since I started doing her hair, it has saved up her edges and she gets a fuller look to her hairstyle every time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. As always, I will catch you all in my next video. Bye.